Rank 1 Mythic. That's me. A couple days ago, I haven't published this video yet because I'm working on turning it into like kind of like a mini anime TV series for YouTube is what I'm picturing. Imagine if Light Yagami from Death Note were to narrate his gameplay moves like a Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! But set in the Magic the Gathering universe. That is the vibe I am going for. I'm looking into animation. None of the AI stuff I looked at I think delivers a quality I want. I think like actually animating the monster attacks will be prohibitively expensive. I might animate my face though. We'll see how it goes. It's got a good plot line. I think like hitting rank 1 is like the bare minimum achievement for this character, and then he goes on to do a lot after that. And it's got some epic gameplay from me actually piloting a variety of decks at rank 1. So I think it could be really cool and perhaps more interesting than me just like being like, hey, here's 7 days of me piloting decks at rank 1. I think the anime thing could be really cool. So I'm working on it. It might take like 2 weeks to a month to deliver. Anyway, in the meantime, let's keep playing some decks for you guys. Today we're going to try out Arnie's Blue Eye Control deck, but we are going to tweak it a little bit. This is a deck he piloted at the Pro Tour. I think he went 9-1, if that's right, something like that. So he did really well, and people have been talking about stock up and wondering how good this card actually is. There are a couple tweaks I want to make for best of one. Usually I have more tweaks to make. Honestly, I don't think there's too much I would do here. I watched his video. I watched him talk about the choices he made in the decks. Like, I think there are 2 takeaways you should at least be thinking about. Is number 1, he said he created the deck to beat a meta consisting of Gruul Mice, Pixies, Orzhov or Esper Pixies, and Domain. Domain is a huge percentage of best of 3, and it is vastly smaller in best of 1. I haven't checked today. It was like 20% in best of 3 recently after the Pro Tour, and it's like 5% in best of 1. And he mentioned that he wasn't really preparing for the mono black mid-range matchup, whereas mono black is the second most played deck in best of 1 standard. The second thing I want to note is he says that in the Gruul Mice matchup, he immediately subs out 4 copies of Jace because this card is terrible in that matchup. So you'd think in best of 1, where mono red is the most prevalent deck, that you might run fewer or no copies of Jace. But having thought about this a lot, I honestly don't think you can do that. The problem is, like, you just need enough draw engines to keep up with all the free draw engines. As good as people think stock up is, it's not an Up the Beanstalk, it's not an Annex, it's not a Caretaker's Talent, it's not a free draw card every single turn for the rest of the game. It's going to be good, especially paired with some 4-drops, but I don't think it's quite as good as people think. So I think we're kind of forced into keeping the 4 Jaces just as an 8th copy of a way to keep drawing against our opponents. That being said, I think I'm going to cut a couple cards here. He didn't really have a great explanation for why he played the Mistmores. He was like, man, it like kind of clogs up the board, and like sometimes the best way to counteract a domain deck is to have, overlords of your own to clog the board state. I'm definitely going to up the lockdown copy to 4 in best of 1, although I don't know why it's not letting me do that. What, you won't let me? This is like the weirdest bug. Can anyone explain to me why this happens all the time? Why can I not just up the copy to 3? There's got to be an explanation. Why do I have to go search it out? Is it just a bug? Counter spells. I'm not super high on main decking negate in best of 1 standard, so this is probably going to come out. Change the equation. What like a niche pick. Counter target spell with mana value 2 or less, or counter target red or green spell with mana value 6 or less. Counter spells are tough. I mean, even against the domain deck, like they just main deck 3 copies of Cavern of Souls and name Avatar or Wizard for Zur, and then you just can't counter anything. He had an interesting argument for the Whale. The Whale and the Mistmores were like alternate win cons to kind of close out games, but I'm not really sure we need either of those in best of 1. All right, so what else are we putting in here? I want to put in at least 1 Smite. It's obviously good early game interaction, but also helps fill out our curve. Like with the number of tap lands we have, there will be a random turn where like we can play a tap land, have 1 mana open, catch someone off guard with the Smite. It's also a good pick off stock up. If you have like 4 mana open, you stock up, maybe you can pick off a Smite and have something to interact with that turn. And we can go up on No More Lies since we took out some of the counter spells. And I want to put in a Soul Partition as well. This is a removal spell that plays well with our No More Lies because we can kind of pseudo bounce something and then counter it later, and can also be used to bounce the Jace. So we're almost done here. I think the last cards I want to put in are actually the Flanker. It's flash speed, which I like. It gives us some anti-graveyard hate, and also is like a pseudo draw spell in that you can flash it in and scry to, which is similar to a draw one in a lot of cases. So that's roughly what I want to do with the deck. There are a couple changes to the mana base. I'm a little iffy on this many colorless lands in our dual color deck. To be fair, it's largely mono white, kind of splash blue, but this could be an incorrect change. But I'm going to cut Blaststone down to 1 and up a fast land, make sure we're super consistent. And of course, the UI won't let us do that, so we got to go fetch up Sea Chrome Coast. And then let's see if there's anything else I want to do to the mana base here. I could cut an Anchorage down to 2. Just make sure we really curve out on time. I think that's fine. We'll up the Plains count. So this is what I would do for best of one standard. I honestly wouldn't change much. If I didn't think we needed Jace as a draw engine, I would cut it so we're better against the mono red matchups. But honestly, I don't think there's a better draw engine we can put in this deck. So I'm going to keep that as is. I really like stock up, having a ton of 4-drops to go right into. You're very consistently going to be able to stock up on 3 into either sweep the board on 4 or Beza stabilize the board on 4. He even said he might go up to 4 Bezas. I like Beza a lot. Like I was not high on this card in the beginning, but it has really grown on me. It just, boy, does it stabilize the board state really quickly. So this is what we're going to try out here today. Yeah, we're going to play it live. We're not going to cut any games. If we lose every game, that's fine. If we win every game, that's better. I was playing around with the play queue a little bit. I think this is the deck, yeah. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. We're currently like rank 14. Don't worry about the rank. Like, the only place to go from here is down. Inherently, every deck we play that's different every day will be less than optimal. Like, it'll be at least 0.1% worse than mono red. And so as more and more mono red enters into Mythic, they will gradually drift up on average, and we will gradually drift down on average, basically. So it's all good. Hitting rank 1 is fun. It's kind of a interesting achievement to work towards, but when it's done, it's done. And then you just gently ride the downward spiral. It's taking a while to find a player here. I found that after I hit rank 1, I didn't get paired up with people as quickly. I don't think the matchmaker wants to pair us up with, I guess, platinum people? I don't know. So we'll go to the comment section. We'll see what's going on with you guys today. Huh? Wobble Tarag says you should start your videos by saying the doctor is in. I think that's too cheeseball for me, man. I think I'm not cheesy enough to do that. Seven Fall says doing 8 damage. This is in reference to Sepsunin. Doing 8 damage every 2 turns, only 4 damage return. Wow, it seems obvious, but that's a fantastic point. The big numbers don't mean much when it's over multiple rounds. Only a couple minutes in. This is the first video I've seen of yours, and I'm already impressed. You definitely deserve more views. Thanks for the help. You are very welcome. Okay. We are on the draw here. We got a smite, we got a tap, we got to get lost, got a sweeper. Definitely not going to mulligan this. Hello. Lonace. Oculus or mirror? Not sure yet. Hand looking pretty sus against the mirror. 13 or less life. Not sure what we're doing there yet. We have no draw engines to start. Demolition field. Okay. It's feeling like the mirror here. We can flank her scry if we're really confident that they aren't Oculus. I think we're fairly confident here. Let me just think, is there any other good use for this? Exile target player's graveyard? I don't really think so. I think we'll just scry and keep hitting land, or the draw spell would be huge. This is a judgment call, but I'm pretty sure they're not Oculus at this point. We do have one more flanker if we needed it. Let's gain 2 life, let's scry 2. The counter spell should be good, right? If we hit land, that's big. But I think the counter's better, right? We could counter like a Jace or something. The thing is, land doesn't actually do anything. I mean, we need our draw engines, right, to keep getting ahead. I think I will take the counter, but we're going to hit more land eventually. He could also Demolition Field right here and shuffle it away, which would be an interesting choice. I wouldn't even hate that, because I don't think either of these are mind-blowingly good. Let's see if he does that. No, we get to draw the counter. We can attack into an Elspeth Smite. I think that's fine. I mean, I'd rather see it here than on our anchorage. It could get, like, rides ended. Like, this flanker is just here for the scry. Okay, 3 down. Right, so we're looking to counter their draw spell. Like that. We do not want them to resolve that. This is why we kept No More Lies. Whoever draws more cards is probably going to win this game. Hit land anyway, and we have a whole bunch of removal in the matchup where it's not particularly good. But Get Lost could pick off a Jace. Day of Judgment is going to be completely useless though. They hit their land. Okay. Yeah, the demolition field is going to torment us for a while. Lockdown not helpful. If we go for anchorage here, they do burn all their mana. Ideally, you wait till they tap out for like a Jace or something. I don't think we need to use the anchorage just yet. It's also interesting, like, we should consider if they are the exact mirror. They could literally be running the Pro Tour deck. Bounce you. Do we keep the Scry? I think we could probably just bin this card. Really do not need it here. It's putting a weird amount of pressure on them. I'm assuming they're the exact mirror at this point with like some budget lands. So what does that mean for us? It's all about the draw power. I mean, they should be able to remove it at will, basically. The Scry's not awful, though. I think you bin it. I don't think we're going to win via damage. We just need to hit all of our Jaces. So if they exact mirror, they run, what, 2 more lies, 2 negates, and the weird 2 mana or less counterspell. Rest in peace. They are not the exact mirror. Okay. Well, we don't care about that. Looks like we can get off an anchorage attack. I don't think we do that, though. I think we need every land we can get. I don't think we're throwing away lands to get lost here. I just don't think that's the play. Which means we're doing a whole lot of nothing. We got a fistful of removal for the mirror. At least we countered the very first draw spell on their side. Land is okay. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I agree. This feels like such a friendly match. I don't have any interesting things to say back. So there it is. We have enough mana to get through No More Lies. So I think we go for it. They obviously could hard counter it. But this is kind of our window to do it. If we powered up the Restless Anchorage, if they were foolish and immediately Demolition Field, we could potentially tap them out to go for the stock up. That's like a little bit greedy to assume they'll make the mistake. I think we'll just go for the stock up here. And if they have the hard counter, they get it. But if they just have No More Lies, we do get to play around it. Ooh, we get it. Nice. Demolition Field could be useful long game. We don't have a need for it yet, though. Surveillance, very good. I think we'll take the Surveillance. That's huge. That means they could have No More Lies, so we'll just chill on Jace and wait till we can get under the next No More Lies, and we'll keep surveilling to more win cons. Land is good, but again, I think we just draw. What do you think? We've been locked down here? No 2-drops, right? I think lockdown is pretty free to get rid of, and we have 4 of them anyway. Smite could kill a creature land. Day of Judgment could kill at least 1 whale, maybe multiple whales long term, because now we no longer know what's in their deck. Not precisely anyway. Mistmoors, okay. I don't think we're picking these off. Depends how badly we want to play Jace here. It would let us play Jace and minus. They could map token potentially kill it. We could smite it in response though. I think this is a weird get lost, but I don't think this is that bad. I think if it lets us Jace and draw and protect it, it's actually not that bad a play. The next Jace, let's go. 44 cards left. We're definitely going for it here. We'll see if they have the negate, but we still get under No More Lies. Oh, you got a negate. It's the hard negate. All right, we don't have an answer to that. If we slam the next Jason minus, it dies. If we slam the next Jason plus, it's not that bad, but we don't get any value out of it. And they can just get lost immediately. I don't think that's the play. I think we need value out of every card. They've got to run 4 get lost. I don't think we give up a Jace that easily. I think we need some value off of it. Yeah, I don't want to throw it away. Alright, the next person to stock up. That's really good for them. Is Smite ever going to get better? It's good against creature lands. But we're going to have to deal with this for a while. I'm okay burning a Smite here. No creature lands showing up yet. Dude, they have Fountain Port too. That's actually really bad. I think they could run away from us just off of Fountain Port. Like, that's really quite huge. Flanker can scry. We can obviously slam the next Jace here. And still get under no more lives, but I think we have to do. And if they have the next negate, then we're just sad. But we're really far behind with Fountain Port now. They can just continually outdraw us. It does land. We at least get a draw off here. Masaha coming down. Let's see if they respond with Get Lost. They do. Alright. 2 of these suckers down. We got, what, 2 more to go, yeah? The next stock up, they have 2 mana open, but it's not Get Lost mana because that Fountain Port. I think we go for it here. It has to be a hard negate. Okay, the next stock up is huge. Soul Partition could be key to balancing Jace. Beza's okay. I think we take the Soul Partition. Again, we're just looking to win the game. We have sweepers for the whale. I think it's the play. I think Auto Tapper could have potentially screwed them. I wasn't paying attention, but if it did, they could have had a no more lies there, and Fountain Port turned that off. There's the first creature land. We did bin our Demolition Field earlier for the Surveil land. Okay, I think we're just going for stock up here. Miss Moores is coming to a theater near you pretty soon. We're gonna have to bin some card here. Maybe the Ride's End. Here we go. More Jaces. There's the next Jace. How good is land at this point in the game? Versus just threats. We have so many cards that Beza actually isn't very useful right now. Maybe we just take the land here. We're not going to cast Jace this turn. We want to cast the Flanker basically for 3. I think we could still take the untapped land here. It's not like it really matters that much. Alright. We're going to have to bin 1 card unless we flank right now. Which isn't that bad, actually. I think that's okay with me. We still hold up in 2 mana. We get the scry value without having to discard. Scry 2. Lockdown. Did we decide we needed this? What did they do that made me think I wish I had that? It was just the Miss Moores, right? I don't think we need that card. Let's keep the next Jace, though. They are at 37. We're close to double Jacing, and we kept the Soul Partition. Technically, we could get some value here. I think it's good. Or basically, it just means they won't be afraid of the counterspell, though. We already know what's on top. Yeah, let's just chill. If it was laying on top, I think it might be worth it. Here comes the Whale. So we can potentially Day of Judgment this coming turn. We're sitting with 2 mana open. Miss Moore is going to flip. It's going to be a big sweep turn for us. And then we'll resume the Jace strategy. We have 34 cards. So we got to remember that too. Smite on top. Alright, so they're definitely not the Pro Tour deck. They've subbed in Rest in Peace versus our Flanker for Graveyard Hate. We'll take this block for sure. And attempt to sweep this coming turn. Sitting pretty healthy at 24 life. Okay, flip the Mistmores. Yep, we're just going to sweep here. There's next JC boy. Here comes sweeps part 1. Plays around No More Lies. We have the extra one for negates. I don't know if we go for it, though. That'd be a little more interesting. They're touching things. Sack you, draw a card. What kind of counter are you? You looking for the next negate, I guess? We haven't seen Fountain Port demolish us yet. Whew, very nice. Again, we hold on to Jace here. They have Demolition Field, no reason to Anchorage. So we just sit here and do nothing, which is okay. And we're getting close to wrapping up the game. I think we'll Jace -4. Hold on to Soul Partition if they get lost it. Attempt to Soul Partition. They could have a lot of they could have a lot of get lost in hand though. Going on the aggressive. I think we could get lost here. We have one more in hand. If we give them the map token value, we can ride Zen though. That's probably better. Yeah, we can give him the 2 points of damage and let him use an extra mana on the Anchorage. That's it? Okay. Exile target tapped creature or vehicle. We're getting close to the win. 33 cards left. Another land is not bad. We're definitely going for Jace here. The question is, do we -4 or -5? These are our last 2 Jaces, actually. We basically win if we get there. Like, it doesn't take much to win from here. Let's see if it gets countered. If both get countered, then we're really in for some trouble. Okay, sack the map token. Fountain Port putting in work. They have 32 cards left. We have the next Jace in hand, but if they counter the next Jace, the game goes on really long. I think we just -4 here. They don't have a creature land to threaten it.
I will shatter your mind.
We could technically Soul Partition right now, for sure, right? I think it's worth it. Because we get around No More Lies, and they didn't have negate, otherwise they would have already played it. So we basically guarantee the resolution. Whereas, otherwise they could have multiple No More Lies in hand, right? I think you do it now. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. Alright, we just chill again. We've seen any No More Lies? 1. In theory, there's 1 more in the deck. Okay. Whew, that's a good top deck. They're down to 19. Let's run it back here. You got the negate this time. We can't stop it. I mean, we might as well -5 completely. They're pretty close to losing the game at this point. We still got 1 Jace to go. I think we milled a bunch of their Jaces too. What do we got? We got 31 cards. They could win. Hold on, hold on. Good game because they got us? Hold on, 2 Jaces. Okay. Just want to check. Let's see. If they double Jace, we can still No More Lies it. They could have negated it. Nah, that's close. All right, we ranked up with that. That was a very gentle way to ease into things. We're at 24 minutes. Yeah, we'll do 1 more maybe. Whew. We'll take a quick look at the deck. I don't think I'd really change anything. I mean, we slanted our deck more for aggro. We happened to get paired against the mirror. They had the Fountain Port, which scared me a lot. Like, again, we had a really good counter spell on their stock up early. That was key. Yeah, standard ranked. We also intentionally fetched the counter spell early, I think over a land, which ended up being big, has allowed us to counter their stock up on turn 3. I think that was a pretty good decision early. We also kept a Surveil land over the Demolition Field, which is an interesting choice. It just like helped us dig even quicker to our draw spells, but Could have punished us late game. Like, we didn't have an answer to Fountain Port. Overall, I feel like we played it pretty well, though. Maybe a mistakes. I don't know. I'm only human. Okay, back to the comment section. I guess I had to think for that game. Farmageddon says, hello again, you gorgeous talking head. How did you get the moniker Dr. Ruckus? And do you think Simic Ramp is viable? Oh my gosh. Dr. Ruckus, I'm not a doctor. People ask me that all the time. I'm... hopefully that... I don't think it's an issue because I'm not, like, giving, like, medical advice. But it's just a nickname from college. It's similar to my true name, which I won't reveal because I like a degree of anonymity on the internet. Alejandro Valle says, I'm a simple man. I see Ruckus. I upvote. Happy to see you back, man, and wish you the best about it all. Thank you. Oh, this is on the Dr. Ruckus return videos from like 4 months ago. It's interesting to me that I still get comments of people not knowing I'm back. Like, I feel like my rank 1 video last month, it got like 60,000 views. Like, if you know me, I feel like you would have seen that and known I'm back. But people still kind of trickle in here and there. We're on the draw with the sweeper. Yeah, I mean, it's okay against, like, a lot of stuff. We have no draw power again in the opening hand. Let's see how the matchmaker does this. Golgari. We should be pretty damn good against this, especially since we have the flanker. Alright, well, now I don't actually know what we're playing. Nope, it's Abzan. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. We'll see how this goes. I thought they were going to be the Pro Tour graveyard deck. Oh, Beanstalk. Turn 2 Beanstalk. We have no answer. So this isn't the end of the world because we can mill them to death, but we definitely have our work cut out for us here. Jace is like the killer of the Beanstalk deck, but we do have to draw it, which we have not done yet. I guess we'll get down second blue in case we need it. We could kill it now, which is probably a pretty good investment. Technically we can do it on their turn in case they like run a random counterspell. I'm not really sure that they would, but like, we could do this now. It could be done. Alright. I think it's a good investment because even though it can be their undoing with Jace, like, if we don't draw Jace till the end of the game. Lockdown, eh? How good is Beza here? 6 cards versus 5 cards. Technically, we could Beza and get a card out of it, which I think is basically worth it. I don't know if we lock down these map tokens. I feel like their basics are maybe screwing them. We get the card draw, that's huge. Another reason to run Beza, like, it's not a Beanstalk card draw engine, but it can at least, like, try to get you back in the game if you fall behind. That's cool. I like that combo. Alright, that's really good. I don't know if we lock down the tokens away. But the thing is, we have no other use for it, right? And we can still hold open No More Lies. So I think we basically might as well. I'm just not sure if there's a reason not to. We could save it to take the next Beanstalk, which I think is probably worth it. Because I don't think they're going to play a creature till like turn 5. I think we can get away with doing nothing here. Dude, he's got a lot of basics. That's a card. I think you deserve the counterspell, my friend. Technically, we don't have to. But, I think if anyone deserves a counter, it's you. And who knows if they play Cavern of Souls as well. Okay, you can just be a scry. Again, I think we're saving Lockdown for the next Beanstalk. I don't think we need Graveyard Hate. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. They're pretty stuck on land this game, so I feel like we're starting to walk away, even though we haven't really hit any draw engines yet. Taking a Beanstalk early was quite nice. Scry 2, gain some life. Looking for draws. That's okay with me. Not trying to win via damage anyway. Jace, great. I don't think we need Smite, yeah? Alright, full price Jace. 4 is good. Take a draw. Hauntwood's down. Land is good. Surveil is good. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've been that. They're so stuck on land that we can still punish the next Xur. I feel like they've had a pretty bad draw so far. Binding. We can get Lost You eventually and have Jace come back at full power, which is pretty nice. But this turn we're doing a whole lot of nothing here. Which is okay. Alright, yeah, we might as well counter this. Cavern of Souls, wait, hold on, did they use counter? It'll warn me, right? It'll warn me? I wasn't paying attention, I was looking at your comments. If I do this, it's gonna warn me, right? There's no way... No, I'm not sure. No, don't do it. Resolve, you can get resolved. We could kill it now. I think that's fairly efficient. Sunfall. Okay, again, we're just sitting here. I think we're still holding lockdown for Beanstalk. Con Ladrory says, just got back from a 3-day camping trip. Excited to see a couple Dr. Ruckus videos. Where'd you go camping, man? I don't go camping. Actually, I actually never go camping. I went camping a lot as a kid, and I was never a huge fan of it, to be honest. I do like hiking, though. Also curious what part of the world you're in. I think we're going to rides end this again. Especially if they go for the map token. Yeah. No value for you. Sorcery speed, so you cannot respond with the next map token. More land. We continue to chill. No More Lies looking pretty bad against Cavern of Souls. But such is life. Yeah, I really don't think Cavern of Souls should be in standard. Like, counter spells aren't that good. I think it's fine to have them function appropriately. Opponent also kind of having a bad draw this game, though. We can take the last map token with the lockdown, but I still think we're waiting for Beanstalk. Although at this point, let's see, 38 cards. Alright, so we continue to chill. Fountain Port would be crazy right now. Fountain Port would be so good. But alas, we wait. Free Stuff for the World says, has anyone ever told you you are the John Bartholomew from chess of Magic the Gathering? Yes. And every time someone says that, I look him up, and I'm always like, what are you talking about? I have heard that many times. Is it a look thing? Is it a jawline thing? Is it a cadence of speaking thing? We can get Lost the Binding now and get an immediate draw. I think is worth it. Let's go ahead and do that. If we had another lockdown, I might use the first lockdown to get rid of the map tokens. Alright, resolves. 8 cards. Yeah, we'll just take the draw here. Mistmoors and land down. Severe land is fine. The next Get Lost I will keep. I think I'll burn a lockdown here. If they play a creature and like get 3 lands off the top, that's quite a lot of value for them. So means we're not hitting the Beanstalk. We could hit a Beanstalk with Get Lost. I think we're saving the Get Lost for subsequent bindings, because getting back the Jace is actually really quite good for us. All right. We end here. Soto Diego 1, perfect. No counterspell. Get Lost on top. Yeah, that's great. Hey man, great video as always. Are you streaming on Twitch, or where can I watch you? Keep up the great work. No, I don't stream. I would just stream at like weird times of day, often in the morning when everyone's like at work, or like going to work or something like that, or like at the gym. Yeah, we'll just run it back here. So I don't stream. And we draw again. Well, we're doing a whole lot of nothing here. We have not faced any aggro decks today yet. That's a really nice draw. I guess we'll start with Jace. They're at 24 cards left. Demolition Field. Okay. Take the stock up. Look for more Jaces. Whew. Not a whole lot. Fountain Port for sure. And the flanker, I guess. Okay. We got 30 cards left. Demolition Field could be good for Cavern of Souls, but since we have so many sweepers, it's not as big an issue. Is that a full price Mistmoors? Big Daddy Mistmoors for 6? Yeah, that's okay. I think we'll still take our Flanker Scry, because it's not like we really care about that card. They do get some map token value. I think you just let it go. They get a land. All right, Demolition Field looking useless now. At least we got to sweep up some of the map tokens earlier. And they're also like very close to decking at this point. All right, let's look for a let's look for the win con. Like we're pretty close to milling them out here. We'll scry. Soul Partition is fantastic actually. And we'll just take the normal sweeper. I don't think we need lockdown. Let's see, we have 5 mana open. We have no tokens, we'll just create a treasure here. They're not dead yet, but they're close. Cool. We could attack. I don't think there's any point to doing that. We could Sunfall, but it's less mana efficient. I'm not even going to bother to math it out. Let's just start with Day of Judgment. And I think we just Soul Partition the Jace and keep trying. I mean, they don't have an answer to it, right? Yeah, I think we just run it back now. We still have a number of Jaces left in the deck, right? We still have 3 left in the deck. And they have 20, so that's game right there. Now we get the triple draw. No more Jaces, though. Demolition Field. This technically holds up our counterspell, though I don't think it's relevant at this point. Beza is also not really relevant. We can sack the treasure and try to draw a card for the next Jace. I think we about got him next turn. They just never put on any pressure this game. Sack a token, draw a card. Sack the treasure. Looking for the last chase. We'll hit it this turn. There's the next chase. All right, and we just go for the kill here. And 8 cards left. Okay, cool. Oops, my bad. We got 1 more turn to go. Opponent does not scoop. Very heroic with them. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can call it there. Rank 11 Mythic. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think I'd have too many changes. Stock up is okay. I don't think that's as mind-blowing as people think it is. If it had instant speed, oh my gosh, we would be in business. That card would be insane. But as it stands, like, it's a good card. It really sets you up for turn 4. We had a lot of success with it today, but I played 2 games, and like currently in Mythic, there aren't that many other people in Mythic yet. So I only got paired against like Platinum people, and our matchups were good. Were they both Beanstalk decks? So Jace is like the ultimate counter to that. We didn't really get to see any aggro decks today. But I got other things to do with my day, so I can't just keep playing forever. Yeah, I like the Smite in there. I think I like all of our changes. I think Flanker's a really good tech against like Azorius, Abuelo's Waking, Omniscience decks. I like Beza. I like it. I like the deck. I think it was good. I think stock up's okay. I wouldn't go crazy for it though. If it was instant speed, we go nuts. But as it stands, yeah, I think it's an okay deck. I think it's a solid deck. It doesn't blow my mind in best of 1, but did okay today. Yeah. All right, like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.